Welcome to the NFL offseason with Coach Coyote. Standing up behind the microphone is the co-host, the coach, Coach Coyote. Alrighty, Coach. We're going to do our first edition on Super Bowl 59 in review. And, well, we know it was, it's no big secret that it was, a Philadelphia win that I didn't see it coming I didn't see it coming. I thought it was going to be a closer game than that. Was it really? We did the live. I did the sports news review. We did the live stream with the Munchie brothers, Ketchup and Barbecue Munchie. And as the game was progressing, we just started seeing it wasn't. It just wasn't Kansas City's day. It's a case of the Philadelphia have two weeks to prepare, and they just game plan, schemes, defensive schematics, of course. And if you look at our thumbnail, you could see if that was on your defensive line, the bear on your that's why I picked that. Shout out to the one that who he knows who the person is that gave me that thumbnail, and I'm saying that's pretty well what the defensive line was like. I mean, you were kind of like, what are you gonna do if you're Kansas City? What were you gonna do in that game against someone coming at you that was practically like that thumbnail I have with the bear in a sports news review football uniform or jersey. I don't know. In Canada, we always said uniform or shirt, but I know in the United States of America it's jersey. I just get I never quite say jersey anyways. But, well, Coach, Coach, we both of us have seen a lot of Super Bowls, and Coach Coyote is I'm younger than Coach Coyote, just saying, and Coach Coyote has seen a lot of Super Bowls. And for me, it's the mid 70s. I started with the Super Bowls, and I bring up the story where it's Coach. I know it's not about my experiences watching Super Bowls, but I really don't have much on the game because even though I did the live stream, Coach, and you got the notes, and I don't know, Coach. I mean, it was a brutal game to watch, but I was so glad I did the live stream because I didn't notice the time. It's funny when it's doing the live stream, don't even see the game. You don't even notice the time. I'm just one person here, and I have to do everything, set up the studio, and get the external camera going, and I'll just show you I'll show a nice behind the scenes picture for anyone that's first time if you've caught sports news review. I'll just do a quick picture, and let's see, a behind the scenes kind of deal, and we'll show you. Because remember, Coach, we started at the foot of we're still at the foot of my bed. This is on a table, a small table. It's got to be a good height. It's it's a good height below the bed, not too high, and not using a laptop Coach. I mean, I can't remember if we did the live stream last. Either way, we'll look it up. But either way, we've seen a lot of Super Bowls, and I'm all over the place, Coach. I know. It's not. If it was a close Super Bowl game, I wouldn't be all over the place trying to actually, fill time. I'm sorry, Coach. I'm trying to fill time because, there's just wasn't a game that can showcase it. That's remember back in the day, Monday Night Footballs too happens. You pick a season, 84, 85, 86, whatever, 90s. Nowadays, with Thursday night football too and Sunday night football. And you like it's like it's not a game you want to showcase. I mean, a game going nowhere, and for one team, and the Super Bowl was like that. And also another analogy that someone gave me the other day was, hey, someone said called me up, and I kind of wish I had my own phone number for Sports News Review, but I don't have that kind of budget. I would be able to answer Sports News Review. I would have a staff and hire staff too. A better setup. And then Coach would have his own camera on the side. You know what I mean? With a really nice studio. And well, I'm just saying, Coach, that the call came that and I said hello, and it's like, hey, the person says, hey, did you watch the college game yesterday? I'm like, oh, I got it right away. It was the Patrick Mahomes throws that were just, and I said it during the live stream too, when I was, the live stream watch party with the Munchie brothers, and I'm saying, well, it's not a plug. The live stream is done with the Munchie brothers. Coach, I can't. Coach, he needs to be reclined. He's it's not Coach Coyote from the '90s. For Coach to be able to do a live stream right now, it's too unpredictable how long he can last. Like even I'm younger than Coach Coyote, and I'm lying down on the bed most of the time. So, and Coach is in the recliner most of the day. It just happens. There's some age differently than others. Right now, Coach is feeling good and able to stand up to do this review, and then he's giving me that look now. I'm looking because he's staring right at me, and now I'm going, wait, how about the show here? What's going on? I understand, Coach, but yeah, when the person said, "Did you watch the college game?" Like their introduction after the hellos, and I was like, "Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I just didn't understand those throws. That, oh my gosh, the Mahomes couple of throws, and then I'll go. We'll show in the live stream. I think I was not impressed with some of those throws, but I'll do this quickly, Coach, for anyone that's." First time you see this, first time you seeing this, that like, well, I'll show the camera. I'll show exactly the setup we got here, and I'll go from behind the camera, seeing again, and I'll go on a crazy angle here. As long as I get everybody in, I want to get the camera that we're using. And Coach Coyote in. Okay, is that a video? Okay, that's okay. You know what? I'm gonna take this picture because I don't feel like setting up for. Well, you could see, yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, so I have to trim it down. I'm gonna have to trim down the brightness of it. So I'm showing my own. I'm showing my own. So I'm showing my own studio here. Just quickly behind the scenes. So what it is, I'm focusing. There's the camera. It's called I forget the name of it now. It's on the back of it. A Vital. Okay, I think it's called Vital. Anyways, it was. The microphones are on the front of the camera, and you can see where the coach is right there. Okay. Now, let's see. I think it's called, Vital camera, and the microphone is in the front of that camera, where the camera eye is. So, we started with the if you hit our videos, you'll see that I started with the foot of the bed, using the laptop, the camera, the webcam on the laptop. The microphone on the camera on the laptop, it just wasn't the same. This one, this is coach's microphone right now. And what was I going to say? Oh yes, we're gonna go back. Coach is like, why don't we just stick with the review of the Super Bowl? And I'm like, yeah, yes, okay, well, yeah, I guess we're okay. We'll do it. And well, here's our channel, and we got the live, and here's our live, and we got once again. I want to give a big shout out to the person who gave me that thumbnail, and yeah, okay, yeah, we did the awards for the live. It was hard to see that. Okay, so yeah, NFL award. Oh, okay, it's a lot of glare. NFL awards watch party, and then there's the Philadelphia Kansas City watch party, and there's another member on the. It's like having that player also on defense. I mean, they must have called them two up, coach, to play defense. Hey, and I'll go on mine. I know it's going to be an extra view, and welcome to the NFL Philadelphia Eagles versus Kansas City. The game, what are my reaction? And without further ado, let's introduce the two. What you call them? I want to go ahead more. Okay, let's see. Let's get into it more. Okay, let's see. The 12-minute mark of my live stream. Must have been something I wasn't really paying attention, I guess. Okay, so let's go into an hour into my live stream here. No, that's part of why I'd never be able to be a professional. Oh, still complaining. Just too many mistakes. Yeah, I understand. I'm by myself on a live stream, and I mean, looking at a television screen. Sometimes I'm lying down. This television screen is behind me. As I'm lying down, I'm looking at it at an angle. I'm not complaining. I'm gonna lie down. Actually, I'm gonna lie down again. I'm getting my leg is starting to go numb, coach, from sitting down. So even coach can't sit down in the chair like I can't even sit down in the chair like coach has to. Coach is the same. Either he has to stand up or lie down or be in a recliner. Okay, so I'm trying to see where I am in the live stream here, Coach. Okay. Where is the thing I want to see is the that's a touchdown. I know that's a touchdown. Okay. Alrighty, here comes the extra point try. Where am I in this live stream? I'm just gonna go in deeper. Okay, 2 hours and 12 minutes into the live stream. It must have been halftime. Okay. I don't know why I can't find the words. Okay. What am I doing here? Oh my gosh. 2 hours and 44 minutes into the live stream, and Kansas City has not scored. I don't know the game time of the. It was Philadelphia at the time. It was, I guess, Kansas City, no score, 0, and Philadelphia, 27. It looked like that was 2 hours and 45 minutes into the live stream. Okay, I'll go deeper into the live stream. I'm looking at. Philadelphia's doing the kickoff. That's how much I'm interested. Tony Easton. No, I knew it. I remember. I was talking about. I started talking about coach. Okay, so I'm talking. The game was getting so out of hand at the time that I was starting to just go off about other Super Bowls that I watched that were, they weren't that great either. Now, my first Super Bowl hype, coach, I remember is, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers and Dallas Cowboys era, and and I really, I remember those era. I remember that era, and that's my first viewing, like watching Super Bowls back in the '70s. So that was like '77, or I can remember, like I can actually remember, and of course I definitely remember the Super Bowl between the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. If I remember correctly, I remember as a young person walking into, like, let's just, like, every town had a mall that was thriving back in those days, of course, because that was just the time, a time and a place, your big malls. So every mall would have had like electronic store startup, and this one, uh, I remember the hallway. I said this story earlier, Coach. It's just that I remember like the big screen TV with the three spotlights. It looks like the red, green, and blue spotlights shining on a mirror. I think a mirror was a little curve on it. I can't remember, but then it would refract back onto the screen. Like it was big. It was a really big piece of equipment that, like, like, of course the electronics store was putting that in the hallway, as like when cars back in the day would just put the sports car in the showroom, and they knew people would just kind of like, oh, I want to go see the newest sports car. And of course, they're going to meander, end up with a regular sedan with four doors or whatever they need. You know what I mean? But for it was this, the TV was to just draw people in, and if they needed a television, they would have went inside and looked for a TV that they were looking, whatever TV they were looking, because it's we're looking at the cathode ray tube era, and but that was like this. I'm like, oh wow, I would love to watch that Super Bowl, and I can't remember the number, but the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. And I think that time Craig Morton would have been the quarterback, if I remember. My memory is getting, you know what? I should look, sorry. You know what, Coach? Yeah, let's go look at let's look at previous Super Bowls. Let's just go to the Wikipedia page, and what we can do is look at Super Bowl, the Wikipedia page for the Super Bowl, just to get like the list of let's see, Super Bowl Wikipedia. Okay. Alrighty, they're gonna start off with, of course, the numero uno Super Bowl. I think it was not even, if I remember correctly, if I were looking, but it wasn't even the Super Bowl yet. It was just the AFL NFL Championship, the first poster. Let's see. Game history, television, a venue, Super Bowl trademark. Also, okay. Let's see. Games history. Let's look at the '70s. The AFL NFL merger. It was the '70s, and the Steelers. They want to get. I didn't realize that. I didn't. Yeah. Super Bowl 16. Oh, the Rams! I remember that. That's when the Rams quarterback, if my name Ferragamo, and then he went to the CFL, the Montreal Alouettes, and yeah, that was a different world back then. Okay, and I don't know how Ferragamo is, what a career move that was, brutal. Okay, and 80. Let's see. I wanted a list. I wanted a list of all the games. Okay, because yes, they're giving us the '70s, and they're mentioning Terry Bradshaw and the Franco. I remember the John Stallworth, the Webster was the center, And then, of course, they're mentioning the steel curtain, me, Joe Green, Greenwood. Yeah, it was a time and a place. This was the way it happened. Okay, I want to go to the list of I should go to list of Super Bowl champions because let's go to the list of Super Bowl champions. Where's the list of Super Bowl championship games? Okay, maybe that one's okay. Winning team, losing team. Okay, we start with the okay. So you're gonna start with the the Super Bowl champions. Okay, you're gonna count number one as the Green Bay Packers. Obviously, it's history. Kansas City Chiefs. Then the Green Bay Packers over the Oakland Raiders. Jets over the Colts in Super Bowl three. And then in four, the Kansas City Chiefs won over the Vikings. Vikings, for folks for young folks, just don't remember. Vikings went to four Super Bowls, and yeah, I mean, I don't see these are the ones I can't remember, especially the Tulane Stadium. Oh my gosh, the Super Bowl was played at two. Like that's something you could probably. I wonder if there's a plaque on the stadium at the college now, the Tulane Stadium, or is it even still there? Like, what if it's still there? I don't want to look it up now, but like I would definitely put a plaque. Home of Super Bowl four. Was it four? Yeah, home of Super Bowl four. Okay, so let's see, and then the Baltimore Colts and Dallas Cowboys. Kind of no, I don't remember. Coach who knows. Coach would have seen all these games. Oh my gosh, Tulane Stadium happened more than once. Wow, I didn't realize it. Super Bowl nine was played at Tulane Stadium. Super Bowl six was played at Tulane Stadium. I was totally unaware. How you can't? I gotta look Tulane Stadium up here. It's still gotta be there. Was no. Oh well. Was. It's gone. Oh, the former site is currently owned and talking about. Oh well, it had yeah. Oh no, the second's Tulane Stadium. That's the way it goes. I guess it would. It's quite a bit of real estate just to keep up a historic building, but it hosted Super Bowls and it's gone. That's the way it goes. But you know what, Coach? The the one I'm really glad for, like, posterity, is the Houston Astrodome is still up. It's not been torn down. I really, 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 for a historical point of view, wish that they'll never, like, Houston, the city of Houston, never ever tears down and tries to keep the building up. Like, keep it up in repairs, even if it's not really being used at all. Because it's the first domed stadium in the world. That just changed everything we know of. And it's got. If I remember correctly, it would have to have hosted Super Bowls. 'Cause you guaranteed some. Okay, you guaranteed some good weather. Okay, so Tulane Stadium, Rice Stadium. Okay, Miami Orange Bowl. What am I remember? Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, okay. Oakland Raiders. Okay, Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes, Pittsburgh Steelers. Dallas Cowboys. I remember that one. That 75. I just vaguely remember that one. Just vaguely. Then Pittsburgh Steelers winning over the Cowboys. Yeah, I remember that one vaguely. Then the Raiders. First, the one they win over the Minnesota Vikings. Well, the Vikings, of course, they're 0-4 in Super Bowls, and the Buffalo Bills are, of course. We do Sports News Review. We do the live stream watch parties for the Buffalo Bills games. And yes, I'm well aware of the 0-4 record for the Super Bowl, of course. I've watched all four. But here's the big one I remember because of the. This is the one. The January 15th at the Louisiana Superdome. And that was the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. And that game was 27-10. But I was the one that was like, oh, I'd love to watch that one on the big screen TV. Back in that day. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers, Dallas Cowboys era. Yeah, I remember that one. I definitely remember that one. The Pittsburgh Steelers, Dallas Cowboys. It was at the Orange Bowl back in the day, Miami, Florida. And then Pittsburgh wins again with the Los Angeles Rams. And that was Ferragamo, the quarterback of the Rams. That I remember all that, going to the CFL. And then, the close game was the Pittsburgh Steelers, Dallas Cowboys, 35-31. That was a close game. Then the 27-10 Dallas Cowboys, Denver Broncos game, that was that close. And then, this one, I remember, I was at someone else's residence, if I remember correctly, and we watched, because they were Oakland Raider fans, and the Philadelphia Eagles, I remember going to the live, I'm so excited, Coach. I remember holding that Sports Illustrated, the Sports Illustrated magazine, that they had at the school library, which is kind of odd. You think about it. Why they have, okay, anyway. But I remember the cover, Super Bowl coming up. And the article was, they're showing a cartoon figure of the Philadelphia Eagles players. And they bandage, and Dick Vermeil, the coach, is bandaging them up. Because... it's just the season is a grind, and it comes down. Sometimes Super Bowls can come down to how many starters they have left that have, it happens. You know what I'm saying, Coach? Because Coach was the player coach back in the day for a few. When he turned after he Aaron Rodgers, and right now, if Aaron Rodgers was playing in a different league, like he could be the player coach. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's I don't know. It sounds crazy. Maybe Aaron Rodgers should be a player coach like at the UFL. No, they're serious about the UFL, and they're trying to get the. What do you say? Like, yeah, they're going to try to find coaches that it's a whole Well, like I say, and then and then they showed the Philadelphia Eagles being bandaged up by the coach, that Dick Vermeil, and then at the time, it's amazing that Dick Vermeil came back and won a Super Bowl, and then Oakland Raiders. We're showing a picture. I remember I read that article 3 or 4 times. I was so crazy. I was so crazy back in the day, eh? And I remember the article, and then they had Al Davis pumping up his player, pretending to pump up his players, because as in actually inflating them, so. But they won the game 27-10, and I remember that. Yeah, that was not a great game. And then the San Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati Bengals. And that was the Pontiac Silverdome game, Coach. Just a reminder. And the big thing was that was the year the Cincinnati, if I remember correctly, Coach knows better than I do, the Cincinnati Bengals changed their helmet to the stripes, which the iconic stripes that to this day it hasn't changed really much. It was once they came out with that striped helmet, and it made so much sense because you're the Bengals, as in the Bengal tiger, and you had stripes like that. It just made too much sense, and so yeah, I mean that it's hard to believe that was 1980 season. So it would have been the 80 season. because it was January the 24th. So 1980, the Cincinnati Bengals got rid of the Bengals with the BENG. That's so much college. That looks so much like a college team back when they had Bengals on the side of the helmet instead of the stripes. And I remember some people were, it just happens in life. There was some mixed reviews on the helmet, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Back then I was thinking, what are you talking about? I was thinking, yeah, you like the word Bengals on the side? Why, they're a professional football team and they got the word Bengals on the side? Okay, yeah, ready. That would be college-y. Okay, and then we got oh yes, 83. Washington Redskins, Miami Dolphins. Oh yeah, that was. Is that the Dan Marino one? Wait, I just can't remember. Oh, you know what? Oh, you know what I'm thinking, Coach? Dan Marino only went to one Super Bowl, and that might have been the Don Strock, or let's see. I'm gonna take a look to see. Okay, let's see. What I'm gonna do is look up Dan Marino and Wikipedia because I, I think he only went to one Super Bowl and let's see. Go to the Dan. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see. NFL draft, 83 draft. Yeah, maybe. Wait. Super Bowl. Marino was in the first draft pick in the history. Oh, I don't remember this. I totally forgot. Marino was the first draft pick in the history of the United States for the USFL, selected by the Los Angeles Express. He did not sign with the team, choosing to send the sign with a doll. Smart move. He would have got more money. He actually got more money with the USFL at the time because they were a startup league. And signing Dan Marino, well, they had Jim Kelly. That would have been. Oh, the incumbent, David Woodley. Oh, yeah. He started his first NHL in Game 6 against the Buffalo Bills. He lost the game in overtime, but, he could just, I guess he was just, you could tell he was here. So, yeah, so it was the second. Okay, so yeah, it wouldn't have been that one. He only went to one Super Bowl. So, yeah, I knew he only went to one Super Bowl. It's just crazy how I forget. And, okay, there it is. 85. Yeah, he would have started in 84. Yeah, okay. Okay, so yeah, that was the. I remember that one. I remember that game. It was another bad game for the Super Bowl because yeah, the San Francisco just was so good. And then of course we got one of the biggest of a team that just, you know, I was gonna say it didn't work out, but New England Patriots at the time was a different world, a different team. Chicago Bears 46, New England Patriots 10. Yeah, the big one. The 86. They went to the Louisiana Superdome, and of course, if you remember, you're got to be a certain age and you can remember without looking it up about William the Fridge Perry and Coach Mike Ditka still, Mike Ditka was saying after the years after going, oh, I made a horrible mistake by not letting Walter Payton get a touchdown. Instead, William the Fridge Perry got a touchdown. So, it was kind of like, it was kind of, that's the way he went. And then the Giants winning 39-20. And of course, and then it was, I forgot about that one. The Washington Redskins 42-10. Oh, that was another bad game. This one was a close one. The 89, the San Francisco 49ers 20-16, and then over the Cincinnati Bengals. And then the San Francisco 49ers 55-10. I'm just going back down to memory lane and just remembering, oh wow, I forgot all about these. The San Francisco 49ers 50. Where's the one where it's San Diego? Oh, okay, I'm looking at Denver Broncos. Okay, Broncos were always in and out, good teams. And then we start the ones with the Bills. And oh my gosh, Giants 20, Buffalo Bills 19. And it was at Tampa Stadium, which is affectionately known by as the Big Sombrero. And that's the famous wide right. It's correct. It is wide right, correct? Yeah. And then here you got Buffalo Bills with the Washington Redskins, Buffalo Bills, Dallas Cowboys, Buffalo Bills with the Dallas Cowboys again. And the weird thing about it was the Buffalo Bills were doing in one of those two games. Okay, the first game obviously was won on the was lost, I should say, by the Buffalo Bills with the wide right. And then after that, there was a game when everybody thinks that it was all three bad games for the Bills, but one of them, I forget which one exactly, they were kind of like doing really well, and then the second half, it was a disaster. It was a total disaster. And let's see. Oh, I remember this one. San Francisco 49ers 49, oddly enough, 1994, January 29th, and the San Diego Chargers at the time. And it was a Brad Humphreys, the quarterback, if I remember. I'm just going by memory, Coach. I didn't look it up. I remember Brad Humphreys. And I kept thinking Brad Humphreys he didn't want to do it. I was going to say, you should go like this. Brad, you should just say, we're going to win. I guarantee it. But he just didn't want to do it. Because if he would have, I don't know. He just didn't, it was, he did not want to give, they call it, at that time it was chalkboard. There was no white, I don't think there was a whiteboard yet. Chalkboard material. And, saying, oh, look what he said. We're going to win, I guarantee it. That was a different era Super Bowl with Joe Namath saying, we're going to win, I guarantee it. But, yeah, I remember that game. It was just, there was no going. And then Dallas got their revenge back. I remember they got their revenge win over the Pittsburgh Steelers in 96. Okay, it was a different era back then. And then the Patriots losing to the Green Bay Packers in 97. Then we got the two Denver Bronco wins in a row, which of course with John Elway. First one over Green Bay, the second one over Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons, it was kind of odd. And then the next one we start, the year 2000 with the 99 season. And of course that disaster last play of the game where for whatever reason they didn't kick it out of bounds. I don't know if maybe he didn't have the leg strength to kick it out to get a touchback, but Wycheck and touchback throwback or throwback touchdown, something like that, and where the play was set where Wycheck would lateral, he threw it overhead. Well, you're allowed to throw it as long as it's behind, you're lateral in it. And now, technically, it has to go behind that line of the imaginary scrimmage line that the player is standing. And
Uh, we don't have a high resolution camera that I. I don't think you'd be able to coach. I don't think you'd be able to focus in. Like it's something that like you could probably in today's world you could have we could have really blow up the picture and the dot where the throw was and a dot on the screen where the ball was thrown and the imaginary line scrimmage that would have to throw behind. And I'm gonna history is history, and I'm gonna just say, well, they called it a lateral. Yes, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. Yes, I couldn't believe what just happened. But I was like, after all these years, you got to accept it in life and just say, you know what? Just like this year, it wasn't a first down with Josh Allen. I got to accept it. It was hard. I mean, a lot of Bills fans were kind of upset that they didn't call it as a first down. But Buffalo had a chance again, and Jonathan Kincaid, through the arms. It's kind of crazy how it's supposed to be a Super Bowl 59 review, and I'm still not on Super Bowl 59. There wasn't much to talk. There just wasn't much to talk about. It was just a complete Kansas City Chief breakdown with Mahomes looking like a college quarterback playing like not his game. It was just horrible to watch, and I don't know. I'm just glad I did the live stream. But anyways, that was the year the Tennessee Titans lost in that close game, where that was a close one. That was a really. Then we got the Baltimore Ravens era with the Giants, 34-7. Oh wow, the new Raymond James Stadium they played in. Okay, so then Patriots, and then we start with the Patriots era now. Yeah, Patriots this time winning over the St. Louis Rams, and then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers came out of nowhere to win over the Raiders. Raiders had a good season. Then we got the Patriots over the Panthers. That was a close game. Patriots, Eagles. That was a different era. Steelers winning over the Seattle Seahawks. I forgot about that one. I totally forgot. Oh, that would have been Roethlisberger year. That would have been the year for Roethlisberger, as you see. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. So Super Bowl 40 XL. Extra large. Okay, so I like this one. Here's some big ones. The XXXVII. Wow, that's 38. Okay, okay. So anybody remembers the Indianapolis Colts winning 29-17 over the Chicago Bears, 2007, and I'm gonna say I just memories of that game where it was raining. It was raining because it was an outdoor stadium then. It would have been Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. No, that was the next year. We missed it. Wait, that was not there. That was 2009. 2 years from there. Indianapolis Colts, and that was played at Miami. They called it the Miami Dolphin Stadium, Miami Gardens, Florida. Yeah, it was just raining during that game. I remember it was, and then I kept saying, why did Lovie Smith just bench Rex Ryan? He just didn't want to, and we'll get to that one now where Super Bowl 59. Why didn't Patrick Mahomes just sit out halfway through the fourth quarter? Put in the backup. I can't remember exactly who the back. Let's look up at the backup quarter. I don't even remember because I just everything was happening so fast, and I was just screaming on the television during the live stream. Coach going, "Come on, just put Patrick Mahomes out. I don't know how." And I kept saying, uh, I just kept saying that, like, I, I it's just I just kept saying, like, come on, take out Patrick Mahomes, or he should have just voluntarily just took himself out. Let's see. Uh, I'm gonna put Kansas City, Kansas City roster. Oh, I got which team? Okay, Kansas City Chiefs. Let's get the roster just to see who the backup is. Oh, not the schedule. Oh, I got the schedule by accident. I want the roster. Kansas City Chiefs roster. Okay, let's see Kansas City Chiefs roster. Okay, let's what I want to get is okay the backup quarterback. Well, you look and see the names on it. Oh wow, you know, there's a lot because people they could sign and all that. Okay, let's see. Just looking, where's the QB? Where is Chris? Oh, oh, Dalkin. I didn't even realize that. Is there another one? Who's the game? I'm gonna guess Carson Wentz was in the game. There's the quarterback. I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure Carson. Yeah, it was Carson Wentz in the game. It was. Was he backing up? I would have put Carson Wentz. I didn't even realize that. I mean, like, what the heck? You had nothing. It wasn't going anywhere with. It was like you just couldn't take out Patrick Mahomes, and he just wouldn't take himself out either. Andy Reid was refusing probably to go to Carson Wentz. I mean, sorry, to go to Patrick Mahomes. Hey, this isn't working out. We got nothing to lose. Let's just throw in Carson Wentz and see what happens. You know what I mean? Um, I, I, I just like I was saying that during the live stream. Take him out. Put the backup in. Who cares? This game is over. What do you have to lose? He's not doing anything. I mean, and then it was like, and then especially when they were taking their time to get out of the huddle, it was like they're just trying to lose. Not well trying to lose, but just trying to get this game over with. It seemed, and then these short passes, like what is going on? And handoffs that were going on. I was like, no, it was like just play action, run to the right or left, and throw it downfield. Who cares? Downfield, go for it. And I was like, once again saying, like, just throw in Carson Wentz. It's like, who cares? And, it was, I mean, like, how do you, I don't know. Yeah, I was so disappointed in that one. I don't know. I guess you couldn't. The problem is too. You couldn't ask. Yeah, like I'll just type that in for no reason. Why didn't? Why didn't? Why was it? Well, why wasn't is a better one. Why wasn't Patrick Mahomes benched? Because it's not happening. I'm probably the only one that's probably. Patrick Mahomes benched. Benched for Super Bowl. Super Bowl 59. You know what? I'll just throw it out there. I think. I don't know. And there's a lot of things that says like Patrick Mahomes let down his offense, but yeah, it happens. But like I said, halfway through the fourth quarter, You just should have just got Carson Wentz in there. He would have took his he wouldn't have cared. He would have took his licks, stood in the pocket, throw it downfield. Who cares what happens? I don't care if it was an interception here and there. The game couldn't have got any uglier than. Who cares if it got uglier? At least it would have been fun to watch, ugly fun kind of deal. But could you? I just couldn't imagine Carson Wentz. Like if he would have been like, I don't know, like he just like made the defense work for it kind of deal. Like I know the chat like then they the onside kick thing and all that, and I think the NFL. That's for another. I know it's for another topic on the off season with Coach Coyote. Is like they need to get rid of the onside kick and just go with the 4th and 15, whatever they want to try, 4th and 10 or 4th and 15, and like like run a play, let them run that play, and if they get a first, so only when it's 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes time less than time remaining in the first half, 5 minutes less than 5 minutes time remaining in the second half. If the team is behind the score, they can have the option of getting the 4th and 15. You gotta remember, Coach. I'm telling the other folks, not for you, Coach, for the other folks. There was well, if they don't make it, then obviously the ball gets on the 35 yard. Is it kicking from the 35 yard line, or are they back on the 35 or the 40? I always forget because they changed it twice, and I still say they should just go to the. Coach. Of course, that's another topic of the NFL offseason. Coach Coyote is, getting rid of the kickoff as we know it. And I know, okay, it sounds crazy. My idea is this, Coach. My idea is to get rid of the kickoff, okay? Punting is always going to stay because it could be potentially violent. Kickoffs are just too dangerous in this day and age, and you're wasting talent on the team looking for these players that could, cover the kickoff. And it's like you could use those players for, more backups in the game, like what to replace the kickoff with is here. No, Coach, I'm running you through it, Coach, the first time, and we're gonna do this on another show. But like kickoff 50, I have to explain it, Coach, even though it should be for another show, another topic. But like it sounds like insane. I'm gonna get rid of the kickoff, but that's football. I understand. Football's kickoff. It's unique. Starting a game off where you're kicking the ball away to the other team. It's pretty unique. But it's got a lot of history behind it and everything like that. I'm well aware of it. And, well, this is what I'm saying, Coach, is that what they should do is put the ball on the 50-yard line. And, okay, so like the ball will be set at the 50-yard line, okay? Now, you got the coin toss, visitor calls. They call heads, it's heads. Okay, so they could go for the free kick where they line up the defense and offense downfield where they're going to start on the 30-yard line or the 25-yard line, whatever they want to agree to at the NFL Rules Committee. And then at the 25-yard line, they're waiting. Like they have to wait over there. And then you got your kicker who's going to get a free kick. Now, that's for a point if he gets it through the uprights. Okay? Now, in the second half, same deal. Now, because the team defers, so they're going to be receiving the ball. So they're going to have to kick first for that point. Okay? And then it start like what a momentum. You start off it's a 1-0, 1-0. But it's just the other team gets the chance to get the 1 point back in the second half. To start off with and then it's like you preserve the kickoff, quote unquote, but it makes it exciting. Like people are like, "Woo! You never know. You never know." A team winning by 1 point because they missed that 50-yarder, and the other team got the 50-yarder, the free kick. It becomes important, And of course, the biggest thing is you roster. You don't have to look for players to cover the kickoff. You can add. That's more you can add to the team. It's the active roster. Instead of worrying about 10 players that can cover a kickoff, that's 10 players that could be used to add to the roster. I'm just saying, Coach, it's preserving the kickoff, but it's not a kickoff like we know of, because the kickoff, how we know it, they don't want the kickoff anymore. They want to just give the team the ball on the 30 to avoid a run back. So I'm just saying, okay, but well, we're 5 minutes away from an hour on this show, this episode, I should say, and I'll stick with the Super Bowl. I had to get it. I had to say it because it sounded so insane to go. I want to get rid of the kickoff. I had to go through that process, and it's going to be another. We'll do that. Of course, it's the NFL offseason with Coach Coyote, and then we're going to have it written over here, kickoff, and then I'm going to, it'll be all the rules and formula on the board, and so. Well, I can't believe I got 4 minutes and I just don't know what to say about Super Bowl 50, 59. I mean, it happens. There's been a lot of games where one team has just been so good, and it comes and goes. And the big thing is, right now, you got Philadelphia Eagles. They're looking like, oh my gosh, they're going to be unstoppable, and we don't know. This could be a one and done Super Bowl where they just win this one and that's it for this collective collection of players, or they could just be a dynasty where they're winning two, then maybe three. They could be the first team to three-peat, which Kansas City tried. You never know. You just never know. We just don't know. Teams will adjust. And the start of the season, you got yourself that fresh. How do you say? Yeah, you got a fresh team that so adjustments, and of course, when it comes to football, everything is like 50-50 of, you could have a team right now. They could be like Philadelphia Eagles. They could be very like dominant in the future, or it could just be really it happened this year where because Kansas City, not just saying, Coach, not sticking up for any teams or things. Kansas City really didn't have, the roster that they're going to need to retool, and they're going to have to retool their offensive line, and they know it. And once again, if you had the kickoff rule like mine, I just made up. You got an extra 5 players you could use during the season that can fill in on the offensive line, or if need be, for the Super Bowl. Then if they make it to the Super Bowl, then you got some backup. Besides, like they're on the team, starting on the team instead of like you don't have to worry about the kickoff team. That's the thing that I'm stressing at. Is that, like. It's maybe how does it make it to the NFL kind of deal from a lonely thing? Like that's going to be our next topic. Is we're going to get the attention. We're going to try to get a lot of people's attention, Coach, and it's going to be kind of clickbait. I'll admit it. a little bit of clickbait, with get rid of the kickoff. Should the NFL get rid of the kickoff? And that's going to be a lot of clickbait, hopefully. And then hopefully people say, you know what? What the heck? Give it a try. Give it a 1-year deal. See if it works. How does it work out? And then see from there. But once again, I know it's a Super Bowl 59 review, and I'm hardly stuck on the Super Bowl. There's not much to say about the game except it was a dominant defensive effort by. And I'll just say this, Coach. That was a penalty when the player the first one that would, when Philadelphia got the was it if Philadelphia got the penalty for the offensive pass interference. Now, I'm sorry, Coach, but this is my opinion, and I was doing the live stream, and everybody was saying it's wishy-washy. Now, I don't hear others, and I don't hear the broadcasters, and I don't hear anybody. It's just my own thinking. I'm watching it, and I'm going, yeah, well, if he didn't put his hands in the player's face, would he have still caught the ball? That's the question. And whether he wasn't going to, why did he put his hands in his face, quote unquote? Why did he feel obligated to touch his face mask? And that's where I'm getting at. Why did he have to touch his face mask? They're going to say, oh, it's to feel the player. No. We're talking professional football players at that level know how. Did I say a little too loud? Okay. They know how to, quote unquote, a little cheating, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with cheating as long as it's on the field cheating, and you're not cheap shots for cheating. I'm not talking about cheap shot cheating, like giving someone an elbow to the neck or some area and the ref didn't see it. That's a different kind of cheating. That's a cheap shot cheating, which I would say that my idea is another topic is, should the NFL be able to just take players out of the game and question their what were they doing kind of deal, like a head slap to like a big head slap to if something the refs miss, they shouldn't wait till after the game to go, oh, that's a $5,000 fine. They make so much money, $5,000 fine to win the game. They'll take it. They don't do a play. Tell any professional athlete that's NFL making big dollars. The rest of the team will chip in. You got a $5,000 fine, and that play actually the ref didn't see it. That play, that's another topic for another thing. But just saying. But that's it's just part of the game that you like to take out is the using the rules to the advantage of, and then trying to get like the, oh, come on, let them play the game kind of deal. No, they're calling it all season. So why are you going to stop now? It's like, this is not, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you had people going, of course, saying, oh, you silliness of the referees. The referees are in. My referee should have a Kansas City Chiefs logo because that's what they. It's completely nonsense. This is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They're not into this nonsense. You could have investigative journalists come in and look at all their files. Look at all their emails and go through it all. Well, let's not get it. See, and I don't want they have possibly the power to do that, like the United States Congress, to look in on the NFLs, and then we're getting into the twilight zone of nonsense. Okay, I've been a football fan for a very, very long time, and you're gonna get some freaking Johnny comes late, or Jenny comes lately, uh, in a Congress. Oh, we got the power. We're gonna look into a congressional hearing and see if there's favoritism, and get out of here. Get that thing and like toss it out. Get it out of there. There's no okay. The game proved it. Okay, enough is enough. The game proved that the referees are just human beings, and the Buffalo Bills call. They're human beings. They made a call. That's the call. They couldn't overrule it. Okay, they had needed better evidence right there on the field. Let's move on. It happens. They took a long time to review it. Had this been 1978, they wouldn't even have reviewed that first down attempt. They would have just said, that's the way it goes. Sorry. That's the way it goes. Because it was possession, it was reviewable because they changed the possession. And it was reviewable. And they wouldn't have reviewed it back in the day, and we would have lived with it and said, okay, that's the way it goes. And it's just a thing of society. I know it's a Super Bowl 59 review, but once again, folks, the idea of this favoritism by referees, I can't take it. I will, like, if it gets that bad, that, like, people, I hate to say this, but what do you want a person like me to just not watch NFL football because you're thinking that it's like wrestling back in the day that I used to watch? I don't watch wrestling no more because it's a whole different avenue of like the professional, quote unquote, professional wrestling, or wrestling, I used to call it back when I was young. Used to watch wrestling, and I didn't watch WWF back in the day. It was too mainstream. I just liked the hokiness of it. It was a good time waster on a Saturday afternoon in the off season of especially in the off season of the NFL. It was a different world back then. I mean, Coach, I remember there was a Los Angeles Rams game at a Monday night game. We're talking early 80s. And I remember someone vehemently saying, the Monday Night Football game, oh, that was fixed. Wait, I was like, and don't think like, people shouldn't think, oh, it's just this new phenomenon. It's been around for a while. And the part that just bugs me is that people that are casual viewers, possibly, or not even viewers at all, they're the ones that are going to pick up this ball and run with this nonsense that the favoritism for the Chiefs this year. What really bugs me, and this is part of the Super Bowl, is like, had it been a close game and questionable calls, and the Kansas City Chiefs won the game, it would have been they just wouldn't stop. I would have the rant and rave, like the way Coach is looking at me, just going, he doesn't want to go there. I don't want to go. I understand, Coach. I know, but Coach, like, seriously though, if the Kansas City Chiefs won on a close contested match, which didn't happen, of course, and there was a call, like, they're only human, like I said. They went and reviewed it and everything. I mean, it's going to be, as they call it, is it the right word, fodder for shows to go, did the NFL really want the... Okay, I'm just like, I'm just going to just be like wanting to get a burner account on YouTube, so I can... a burner YouTube account and comment on their show saying, you guys should be ashamed of yourself. I'm talking like the big shows, and I'm putting it out there. I'm throwing it out there, Coach. that if you are a big time YouTube show professional, better than mine by a long shot, and a lot of viewers and all that, and you want to go down that alley for just to get more views, you know what it's doing? It's doing more damage for the sport you love. And I mean it. It's doing way more damage for the sport you love just to get your views. You got your silly views, and you ruined it. You ruined the sport. You're putting it out there that this is like the fixes in and this and that, and you know it's there's a lot of things have been destroyed now because of that nonsense. I'm not going to go down the list of nonsense, and this, that, and this is a sports show, and this is Coach. This is Super Bowl 59 related. That if the Kansas City Chiefs won this game, I just thought of it now, and came up with it now. The Kansas City Chiefs won this game. It was a close match, and there was a human error on the call, or maybe it was the right call, but just one of those deals you don't know. We can't even have fun with it no more, going, no, it's becoming nonsense. And I'm just throwing it out there one last time, is that if you are a very good professional YouTube channel with a lot of viewers, and you're going to go down that alley just to get more clickbait alley and get more views, I'm going to say you should be ashamed of yourself. You're ruining the sport for no apparent reason. I don't get no money off of this. I don't believe in that. I don't look for clickbait. My clickbait was what? I said I'd have clickbait for, the NFL should get rid of the kickoff. And that was a different reason. I had valid reasons, and I'm going to have valid reasons to why they should get rid of the kickoff. It's not because like you don't have, like I said, you don't have to waste 10 players. They can take a kickoff. You got 10 players on the roster. It's really not doing it. It's dangerous, and the onside kicks are dangerous. They could become disastrous. You can career enders people's career, because oddly enough, when it becomes so important, it's a playoff game, and then you're going to do an onside kick. They don't even got the 10 players that are on the onside team. Then you got regular starters, so like they're the ones that are going to get hurt. Okay, that's my spiel. I understand. I went overboard on this one. I'm gonna actually keep. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. I know I got a little out of hand. I did get excited about it, but I'll upload this, and I'm not gonna get into nonsense. Sports news review. Check. I challenge anyone. I don't care about views, but I just care about, check every video I got, and there's not one video I bring up nonsense. I don't bring up nonsense on purpose, because it's what it is. It's nonsense. 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, I could have brought that up. We could have had fun with it. But now, I can't, Coach. I just can't. And Coach knows. Coach is on the same page with me. The imaginary puppet I got in front of me that I bought way back in the day. I like the way he looks at me now and saying, yeah, we just can't bring up nonsense. And I don't want to say the word conspiracy theories. I'm just tired of that word. I'm tired of it, so I say nonsense. And it's what it is. Nonsense. So, we're not going to get the long-term fans growing up with the nonsense. They just, they're like, it's a question of, why am I watching this if it's this way? And you're going to believe it? You're going to believe it. It's this craziest thing, the best thing. Do I say that the best thing that could have happened was this game that was out of hand for one team? Because now you could throw out all your silly nonsense about refereeing, and I did a crazy spiel on it. I'm sticking with it. I'm a 2-bit channel, but at least I still got my integrity. I'm going to stick with it. And for that, for both Coach Coyote, I'm so so riled up I said your name incorrectly. For both, uh, for I'm tired also. I'm also tired too. My mouth, Coach, when I get tired, my speech doesn't. I can't properly say things when I'm tired. Okay, so and I've been lying down this whole time. Like 95% of the time, I've been lying down. For both Coach Coyote and I, over and out, apologize for being uh, a little over the top, mad about or excited, about like I really the sport I like, and I just I don't say. Like I said, I'm not in this for the money. I'm in it just I don't I don't want I just don't want to be watching something that people are accusing of being like some wrestling. I'm gonna call it wrestling because that's what I called it when I was young, with an R, not WR. There's real wrestling, of course, and like whatever. I'm just gonna get into that. Another thing is I'm just sick of wrestling. You watch it. It's for time and a place, and young people. I don't get it. I don't understand it no more. Like I said, I watched it with the hokiness and all that. Okay, so, but yeah, I totally apologize to fly off the handle. I have to say, as they say, and well, I'm hoping that we do another show, the NFL offseason with Coach Coyote, and I know, and the next one will have, it's fair warning, and I'll put it in the description. I purposely, it sounds like clickbait. It kind of is clickbait, but I'm not. It's not about the views. I'm just trying to throw an idea out there that like kickoffs, and about kickoffs, and I don't want. I just like here I am accusing people of possibly clickbaiting, and I'm gonna do it next show. It's kind of like. Well, like I said, I totally apologize for everything, Coach. I should just let the coach give that expression like that, and I, and well, let's just end it, Coach. We'll just end it for both Coach Coyote and I, and I apologize for getting a little heated. We're gonna say over and out.